Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are spreading slurry. The agitator's just stuck in there, just letting the gas knock out of it there before I start really giving it a rip. We have a 3-bay double suspended shed to put out, so lost slurry in it, take a log round the cover to get that one, but hopefully we'll get it out now. But this is probably not the reason you're watching the video. As the title suggests, we are saying goodbye to one of our tractors very shortly, and this is probably going to be one of its last jobs it'll do for us on the farm. Look at that later on, and we'll look at the job that we're doing and kind of talk about that. But that is what's in store for today's video. But anyways, I'm going to give it a few minutes, and then I'll get out and we'll give this shed a good rip, and we'll get it stirred up and ready for Bro and Father Phil to come to get it put out. But anyways, we'll catch up in a minute. So, starting away here, just over a bay moving at the minute. I'm actually moving a bit quicker there now. So we've been here, I think, twice already this year, where we agitated, we took out a bit, went a bit more water, a bit more pig, sorry, agitated, took out a bit, just to try and break it down. Because we're on a sucker farm, and generally speaking, sucker farms tanks are that bit thicker than dairy farms. It is running a bit thick at the minute, that's why it is down that nearly 1.5 foot, maybe a bit more. So probably have to bring in some water to get it. So this side is the thickest. That side shouldn't be too bad, as we did have 2 bays of that agitated the last time we were up, and we have to agitate the centre passage. Hopefully now we get it without having to put too much water in. Bro is here now with the 6290, and what was it, Bro? One of our last jobs. So yeah, we are trading in the 6290 or XL front suspension. We're going to go through why that tractor overall the other tractors in another video when the new tractor comes.
My tractor.
Well, we'll talk about that. But we'll explain why this tractor. But for today's video, we'll just enjoy seeing this tractor, probably for our last time on the channel, doing a bit of hard graft. And hence, because it's been traded in, that's why we haven't done a few of the mud guards and that. It's not looking great at the minute.
Mud guard, literally, like someone had 2 mud guards.
Yes, I know. But anyways, we're flat out here. So, just in the other side, got 2 bays agitated that side. Last bay's got very thick, so just in this side now. And I'm gonna have 2 bays agitated, it's not as thick. But we're probably going to take about 3 or 4 load of water to get it all spun. So that's what EirCode at the minute, bringing in a bit of water. So yeah, we keep to it anyways. So just a bit of an update on how the agitating is going. 4 load in, tank that side agitated all the way to the back. Got big bump on that time. So back in this one, 1 bay left this side, and the centre passage I've spun a bit, but I'm not sure how much it is. But if I can get the back end of this shed broke up, then I should be able to start getting it circulating around the tanks. If I can do that, then I'll get all out of the centre passage and we should be good. It is gone quite thick. Eric has just started spreading, that's Bro, in case people don't know. It makes rhyming. So Father Phil's on his way, he'll bring a load of water, and hopefully the 5th load of water will get us out, and then we can start spreading. Start agitating again. So, yes, a lot has happened since I last picked up the camera. We're now in the 99, Father Phil is here, and yeah, we had a wee issue. I didn't film it for reasons. Bro got stuck with going out with the first load because he didn't listen twice there. I said, left field, down the pass, 2nd field in, gate will be open. All he heard was left, and he went in the wrong gate and got stuck. So we had to wait for the 99 to take off the load off him, and then pull him out to 99. Yeah, I didn't film it because no one was in a good mood, and I could have made a pure ego out of him. But as much as it's a very stupid thing, well, we all do stupid things from time to time, and you know, sometimes you just have to take a step back. But we're going again, that's the main thing. We're going again. So I'm in the 99. Father Phil's here, he's agitated. So I have both sides agitated, so it's just the centre passage and maybe a small bit of lump either side where it comes under the thing. So this is quite thick. Eric's going to get some more water. So just to kind of show you, yes, Mugger's still not on, but Eric just got stuck in there. He come in that gate and he's supposed to come in that gate over there. So just he went in with full load and it just went straight down. So I'm just spreading around and now tank is emptying out, so I will get round. So it's just being smart about what you're doing. But yeah, we didn't do any tearing or rooting or that. And that's the big thing. It's just keep cool heads and prevail. Anyway, so spreading the next field in, and this time we are dribbling. So we are, as you probably can tell, we are on tricky bit of ground now. So small enough fields, quite wet, and we pick and choose. We'll dribble whatever fields we think are dry enough, and we'll splash whatever fields we think are a little bit dodgy. I've never got stuck while dribbling, but for Bro it's not too bad. He folds straight up, he gets stuck, it's not that big an issue. But for me, I have to fold back before it folds up. Now whether if I got stuck and the pressure come on the rams for folding back, it fold up, I'm not sure. So we just have to be careful with that. But we are both dribbling away. Happy days. So I'm going to go out there now and see what that field is like. A bit bigger. Told it might be a bit being wet. So we will just have to play it by ear. So I'm going to stop here. The EirCode. And let him spread that field. That field is fairly safe. 62.90 over last shot before she goes. They're rough and ready, but she still does the job. I'll go and see what the other field is like. But that's kind of what this job is. It's a lot of small fields, 2 loads per field, kind of a thing like this, and just picking and choosing where we go. Some of it's not too bad, some of it is dodgy enough, but we're kind of blessed in a year like this. Things are quite dry compared to other years. So we're back stirring, and we're just getting the last of it moving now. So that's the lump coming down the central passage. So that slurry is blowing up the central passage. So all underneath me is a tank. Going up the centre passage, hitting that wall, and then it splits left and right. And it's pushing down the slurry from both sides, and that's bringing the last of the lumps that was in the middle of the tank, and then both sides down. So we took 7 load out, 7 load there, 2 load there. We have 9 load gone out, and we have 1 more load of water gone in. That brings us, I think, 5 load of water in. He's gone for another one. That should finish it. That should finish it. The first block of ground done, so we've got a few more bits to do. That turned down the spout into that lump, and that'll start breaking it up. But we needed to bring it down that 9 load to get the slurry away from the gang, so at either end of the tank, so it's a full wall division there. But the last, maybe from there back, is just a heavier pillar, and then there's a whole 8 foot of that wall is not there, so that's the slurry circulate. And once we got the slurry down below the level of that heavier beam, that just lets the slurry go right round. So it's just a matter of getting it out. So it is day number 2, and we are down on some quite tricky ground. A second load out of today. First load I got stuck, and I didn't film it because I just didn't film it. I could have filmed it, but yeah, it was one of them things going along grand. Next thing, one wheel the tanker goes down and you think you're going to turn over. It's one of them kind of getting stuck. But we transferred one tank onto the other, and away we went. So we're down here now. The ground we're on is, I think, is after being topped. It hasn't been topped in years, and yes, it is quite heavy with rushes. And we're putting slurry down here, and that should help rock them rushes over the winter, and then it should be clean for next year. So that's what we're doing. We'll get a few load down here, but it is a bit tricky. Down this end doesn't seem too bad at all, but the middle bit out there is quite soft. So it's spread a bit of slurry on the way down to get it through it, to then get out here and get a bit done. That's where we're at. It's just myself here today until later on. Bro's going to a party, so he's not here today. And Father Phil will be on later on. He's running a few errands, so yeah, it's just me. Just me and the 99. So we are finally finished this bit of ground, the bottom bit all done. Just finished this bit here. That's just where I got stuck there, and as you can see, it doesn't look like much at all. So we're just about empty now. So we're splashing this because we get better coverage, and I can throw in there where I got stuck. I'm actually just run out there. Yeah. Well, it was left. Well, just timed that right. So that's this bit of ground. It's taking me a bit longer than I'd like, but it's just how these fields are. I've never been down here before. The farm we're working on, this is a new bit of ground for them, and this is their first time spreading the slurry down here. And I just got caught how we drove around here. We spread one load last night here, and then we drove around empty, see what the ground was like, and it seemed alright. So took down here this morning, and I let Liv put in the picture. I should have pulled out the camera, but I wasn't just in the mood. It's one of them things, when you get that badly stuck, you're not really in the mood to be showing it. But literally tipping along there, lovely. And next thing, tank goes down on one side fully, and as you've seen there, literally no marks left other than that. And it just meant then there's some silage ground just above in fields up there. There's a couple of small fields, so it was spread full load, go up there, spread a bit there, then come down here, spread the way down to the bottom, spread down there while the load is light. And this kind of ground is trickier ground. You have to kind of have the head screwed on. You need to know, right, I need to spread so much of my load on a drier bit so I can spread the wetter bit. And I know people will say, well, you are in a big tractor and a big tanker, you know, it's not the most suitable setup for the land. But then, yeah, that is true, but we still got it done, and it is kind of on my list to try, if, no, it's not anytime soon, but to pick up a 1600 gallon tanker with a dribble bar at some stage, something second hand, just for the likes of jobs like this, or if you have a wet year where land gets a bit tricky, that you're not kind of caught going around with half loads. We have a handful of jobs where some ground can be tricky to be done, and just a smaller tanker would just leave us that little bit easier for getting land done. And you could still go with two tankers, just have the smaller one do trickier ground and the bigger tanker do the better ground. So now that we've this bit done, we're moving on to the good silage ground. So we go back to the dribble bar. So that's the wetter ground we splash, we get more coverage, and if we do kind of go down on one side, we're not kind of going to make a hoop with the dribble bar. That's kind of what I'd be afraid of. And on the dry ground we can dribble it in because we know it's safe. But I'm still here by myself, so it's 4 o'clock now and I've been here since 10, so it's taken a while to get that done, but there's a bit of a draw on it. And I suppose the other thing, people wonder what you do on a wet year. On a wet year, it's pipes and tanker. Tanker draw to the good ground away from the farm, and then the pipes to spread the fields around the farm. And that's what we'll have to do on a wet year to empty the tank. I think that's really it. So we'll move on to the best bit of ground that we have to do. We dribble it, we get another couple of feet out. The tank is about halfway at the minute, so we've another, I'd say we'll definitely, we have enough ground to get it all out anyways. So we're getting around it. So the next bit is good, then the bit after that is a bit soft. I have to actually drive in there empty, see what it's like, and then there's another bit of silage ground to be done, and that should finish the tank. And hopefully, this video is about the 6290 leaving, and it's just me spreading slurry, getting stuck twice, or me and Eric getting stuck once each, and not so much in the 6290. So I'll try and cut down as much as I can on what I put in this tractor, and we'll try and get some more footage of the 6290 later on, when eventually someone comes to give me a hand at some stage, hopefully. But anyways, we'll get back out onto the main road here, and we'll get another load and move on to the next block of ground. So, just have to change over my pipe here. So that's splash plate. That's dribble bar. That's how far down the tank is. So we're about the 4 foot mark here, so we're about halfway. 6290. I sure we might as well have a look around the 6290, probably won't get a chance in a minute. So this is our, probably won't see it the day it goes, I don't know. And yes, the mud guard has got very bad, and yes, it is tied up. That's our, them mud guards are shocking. That is that. So just guess in the comments down below, what do you think is going to be coming to replace our lovely 6290? Leave your guesses in the comments down below, and you'll find out in hopefully Sunday's video, provided the timelines that I know of are happening. Sunday's video, you'll find out what we're after getting to replace the 6290. That is filling away there, so yeah. For now, we'll blitz another couple of feet how it is time. Father Phil has arrived. Now he's quite a few loads spreading, people coming in and out in that, but he's here spreading away in the 6290. So, and we are nearly finished too. Nearly there. So I just have the silage field that was in finished. Now, for those of you saying there's a lot of grass there, there is a fair bit. It's mostly tronyings, and that has the silage has already been cut off. That we cut the silage off, the second cut off that back in, it must have been mid-July. I think at the same time we cut her red clover, we cut that. So that's done, so it's just after grass that's on it. So that's why we dribbled it, because we want to eat it, but I can't. There's Father Phil's doing a farm on that side. I'm going back down this way to do another bit. And yeah, we're about 4 load from the finish line. Wouldn't have got it done now if Father Phil hadn't have come. Definitely, and it went on for another day, but no, great now. Great to get it done. So we're just splashing away here, and I just got a text. Tractor is coming Monday, so that means we won't have a video for it Sunday, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait nearly a full week. It'll be a full week before you get to see the tractor. So yeah, that's just it. It's coming Monday. It is coming Monday. The 6290 leaves us on Monday. But at the minute, a lot of what's going on is Slurry, Father Phil, one of the reasons he didn't get to me till now was he was spraying off spring barley. So we're kind of in between harvesting, bit of second cook on, not a lot, so it's well wrapped up now at this stage. And big day pushes on Slurry to get it done because the dates have changed. It's all been brought forward to the 30th. But I think that might be a story for another day, but the big push for us at the minute is getting Slurry done. That's what we'll be after the next, for the foreseeable future, nearly is the best way to put it. Be it on, get this tank emptied out. So now, that has us finished the Slurry. Tank is empty. Happy days. It's time to head home. And just to wrap up this video, the job is a bit of a tricky one. Ground was soft. Some of it, silage fields were fine, but some of the ground was soft. I had to keep the head screwed on, and as you've seen, well, you didn't really see, but both me and Eric got stuck. But the moral of the story is, we all get stuck. We just try not to let it happen the next time. After that, then yes, the 6290 is leaving us. This is not the last job it'll do first, but the last job it'll be doing on camera. And then something happens between now and Sunday, and I'll make another video, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, and for the video being all about 6290 leaving, there hasn't been much footage of it working, and that's just, look, I make up the videos as we go along. I was kind of planning that I'd swap with Father Phil, but then Father Phil came kind of late-ish and all the rest, but the videos are made as we go along. So what I plan at the start doesn't generally happen by the end of the day. The best made plans are meant to fail. So yeah, but anyways, look up. And on a final note, don't forget to leave a comment down below what you think is coming to replace the 6290. And leave it in the comments down below, and it's probably going to be Thursday or Sunday next week, as the tractor's not coming till Monday. The new tractor isn't coming till Monday. But anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it for me. Good luck.